All right, good evening, Linux lovers. Mic check, 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 test one, test two. See if anybody's out there. No one yet. Okay, all right. See if somebody not chops in, drops in. Sure, chop on in. I am awesome. 74 or 78, you are first. How about that? How's the sound? Check one, check two. Can you guys hear me okay? Mic sounds good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. I'll wait and see if anybody else drops in to say hello. As it turned out, Tom and I from Switch to Linux. You guys know since last month, I think we've been trying to do a series of collaborations, a new show, weekly video series / podcast called Life in Linux. And we've been trying to get our schedules to match. I thought we finally did it tonight. We had our schedules to match, and at the last minute, Tom says he can't make it. This is live, folks, so either I continue with the show, I guess alone, or cancel it. Hello, Isaiah. Hello, Ignore My Chan, Lame Red Linux. Kyrie! Hello, hello. How are you? So, I'm going solo. Switched to Linux says hello. Something did come in at the last minute. And yeah, I wish he was here. So what I'm doing, I'm doing this through Google Hangouts. And we'll see. Das Geek. Yo! Oh, wait, it's Das Google. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. How are you? Oh, man. I am never alone. That is true. Thank you. Very kind of you. Thank you. I feel so bad because, Switch to Linux that I've been planning for since last month, and what could I say? I'm sorry. I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. I had a long day. I had a 5-hour meeting. Volunteer. Some of you guys know that one of my friends has declared his candidacy for Congressman of Ohio. We're waiting for the official validation of the petitions, but we had a 5-hour meeting, volunteer meeting today, and it's freaking draining. It's only me and him. We don't have staff because we don't have any money yet, any funding, but hopefully that will come. So after that, I came home. I took I had dinner. I took a nap. Yes, Das Geek, I am still eating. Anyway, I came home. I had dinner. I took a nap. I sent Tom from Switch to Linux an email. He says, "Sure, let's do it." At the last minute, something came up, family thing. I think he's okay. Everything's good, and he couldn't jump on. I'm like, great. I announced, join me for the first historic Life in Linux. And half of the show doesn't show up. But you guys showed up, and that's what's important. So how are you? Anyway, let me check my message just in case Switch sends me a late message. Okay. He says he will probably be a few hours. Okay, it doesn't look like he'll be able to jump on. Okay, I will stick around. I'm doing this on Google Hangouts, as you can see. So let's see. How could I do this to make this somewhat interesting? I could talk on my own. Das Geek, would you like to join me? I'll send you a Hangouts link if you would like to join me. Oh, wait. Rocco might say something. He might say, hey. If you want, you don't have to, but I'll send you a link. I'll hook up my webcam. at least we can banter back and forth. So yeah, Ricardo Rogers, how are you? Manjaro is #1 on Distro Watch. Very good. Well, maybe it's gotten better. 2 summers ago, I tried it. I took the Manjaro challenge, and I got tired of fixing bugs, so I don't use it anymore. Now maybe it's gotten better. Yeah, so I'm doing good. I tell you what I can do. Let me do this. Let me do shared the screen. Let me know if this works. Entire screen. I'll do that, and I'll do this. And let me know if that works. At least you can see your comments on my page and what I'm doing here. How does that look? I'm doing okay. But yeah, I guess Manjaro has gotten better, and that's awesome. I will not be going back to Manjaro. I always say that you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. Actually, with Manjaro, that was my second try. So I'm done with Manjaro, at least for now. Chris Gulver, how are you? You can see the total OS and cursor moving. Cool, cool, cool. All right, okay, very good. Okay. Das, you're watching the kids. Okay, no problem. I know Joe wanted to maybe join on one of these live streams. We'll see if he catches this. Maybe I can invite him. That way we'll have someone to talk to. Congrats on the gold medal, by the way. I got a gold medal? I didn't even know about it. Okay. Oh, you mean the Olympics? Oh, okay, okay. Duh. Who got the gold medal? I have not been watching the Olympics, I'll be honest. Yeah. Have not been watching. I guess that's a USA's first gold medal, if I am not mistaken. The Olympic, yeah. Yeah, Toss Today gets his first gold medal for using Ubuntu Mate. Yes, I would like to thank the Linux community for allowing me to win this gold medal. It's awesome. Very humbled. And I'm going to sell it tomorrow to buy me a faster computer. Yeah. So, oh, a 17-year-old snowboarder. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, they are in South Korea, of all places. Yeah, I did see the stadium and parts of the opening ceremony. Quite impressive, to say the least. Yeah, it was very nice. So, good old USA. That's 1 gold for us. Very good. 17 years old. Wow. Awesome. So, a couple things I want to talk about. First of all, again, welcome to the very first Life in Linux show / podcast. Going solo at the last minute. We will talk some Linux tonight, some Windows. You guys know I am a dual booter. I'm going to try and keep track of your comment. LJ Pellegrino, hello, hello. In Chicago, hey, Chicago, how you doing in Chicago? Now, tell me, in Chicago, do you guys say how you doing or forget about it like we do in New York, or is that a New York thing? I just thought I would ask. Your guy just got the 10K speed skating again. Okay, all right, all right, all right. May be sure when you sell that medal to get Linux-friendly hardware. I'm going to buy a probably another Lenovo. Something with a little bit more than 4 gig would be okay. But yeah, it'll be a faster computer. Most definitely, it won't take me like 4.5 days to render videos. But I use this Lenovo. Hi Ben, I use this Lenovo. It's the I'm looking at it, H405. I use it because Lenovo's are very, very Linux friendly, at least the one I have. So that would be my next computer, probably a Lenovo. Or honestly, any computer that I think would be Linux friendly. Of course, I would dual boot. But right now, Windows 10 is my backup OS. Linux has got some Linux distros. Not all have gone to the point where they're very good. So I use mainly Ubuntu Mate as my main computer, and then Windows 10 as the backup. What's your thought on ARM computers? Honestly, Isaiah, I don't think much about them. DOS Geek, do you have any thoughts on ARM computers? So yeah, Lenovo is good. I guess Dell is good. Obviously, System 76. I'm not a big fan of GNOME, although Pop OS is not that bad. So Ricardo, yeah, System 76 is okay. I would definitely go. Yeah, Labor. I would definitely go with. I would probably go with i7 if I could. There's nothing wrong with speed on a computer, but I can do a Core i5 as long as the specs are fine. Yeah. How you doing is often heard, but forget about it is no almost never used. Okay. How you doing? Okay, good. Well, that's kind of a New York thing. Forget about it instead of forget about it. I do have a T-shirt, by the way. If you go to teespring.com, search Total OS Today, 3 words. Someone Friday night requested I have a forget about, and I changed the spelling, a forget about it T-shirt. So just wanted to throw that in for shameless promotion. HP ProBook for 4530. It's on Win 7. Cool. Yeah, Win 7 will be supported up until 2020. So as I was saying, let's see. Okay, so DOS says they're okay, a couple of ARM-based distros, but you're locking your abilities down. Even in Chromebook, you can go with Intel now. Assuming we'll see more good AMD offerings in mobile soon. Very good. Well, there's your answer. Let's see. I do have a couple of notes here. 1 second. Yes. I was looking at the analytics. The most popular video right now the most popular video is the Makulu Linux. I don't have to look. Maybe a couple hundred comments, maybe more. Interesting comments. I loved the looks of Makulu Linux. Just the looks. It was not a full test or anything. Browsing. Some of the comments have been, wow, this looks awesome. I'm going to try it. This is going to replace what I use. It looks better than Windows 10. To the flip side of the comments, this sucks. Windows 10 blows everything away. And that's fine. That is the beauty of Linux, is that you have a choice. It comes down to what you like to use. And Linux is, life in Linux, for some people, Linux is a way of life. And it's a life of choice. But I will probably do a either an update on Makulu, or maybe I'll do a live stream on some of your comments on Makulu. Very interesting. And I welcome all the positive and negative comments as long as they're civil. There was one comment that made me laugh on Makulu. I like the wallpapers, and one guy said, big freaking deal, wallpapers, wow. You can search Google and download 1 billion wallpapers. I should have replied yes, but all those wallpapers are pre-installed in Makulu, so yeah. Of course they're not, I was just kidding. Anyway, Makulu Linux, in my opinion, it looks awesome because it's totally different from what I've seen. So a lot of people mention Deepin. Forget this, try Deepin. I tried twice. It sucked. It just junk. For me, it didn't work. I'm sorry. Okay? And I guess some of you people who use Deepin still having problems with the mirrors and trying to do updates and stuff like that. I do have a Toshiba laptop that runs, what does it run? Linux? No, that runs Ubuntu Mate. I may install either Makulu or Peppermint OS on that one. Man, Peppermint, speaking of Linux again, Peppermint just flies. Absolutely zips. Barking Bandicoot. Hello. Barking, that's the first time I've seen your name, I think, on a live stream. If this is your first time, welcome. And I have a custom to ask the people here, if it's your first time, everybody say hello to Barking. If it's not your first time, that's cool. Slimbook, Excalibur, Purism, Librem, or Alpha Centaur. Which laptop should I buy? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know, Barking. Anybody here have a clue? I hate to give advice in something I'm somewhat clueless. Yeah. Ben, you tried Solus. Well, okay, fair enough. Fedora is not a bad distro, but for me, it's okay. All right. Yeah, Barking. It is your first time. Everybody say hello to Barking. That's a mandatory custom here on. This is community-driven channel. There, that's right. Welcome, Barking. Happy to have you aboard. Barking, if I may ask, where are you from, and which Linux OS do you use? Thinking about taking DVD drive, replacing laptop hard drive to SSD. If you don't need the disk drive, yeah, I would probably take it out too. Sure, absolutely. Why not? All right, let's see. What do I have? So yeah, Makulu Linux was awesome. I may take a look. I may do a full. And somebody, I had more than one question. How do you install Makulu Linux? It does have. Somebody watching this comes across Makulu again. Australia, by the way, Barking. Excellent. Wow. Truly an international show. Welcome. You are running Mint KDE. Oh, really? KDE. I believe Mint after this will no longer support KDE version of Linux Mint, if I recall, right? I think so. Yeah. Anyway, from Australia. Awesome. You have opposite seasons, climates, if I recall. Where it's winter here, it's summer over there, if I recall. Yeah. All right, so Makulu Linux, yeah, I had questions how to install it. It does have an automatic installer, a user-friendly installer. So if anybody comes across this live feed and want to try Makulu, I took a look at the installer briefly. It's not that hard. I believe there is a desktop icon to double-click and install. Now, if you're running a dual boot, make sure you back up your Windows partition first, just in case, okay? But yeah, Makulu Linux, Peppermint, they should have user-friendly installers as far as I know. Yeah, most Ubuntu-based, I would imagine, has that. All right, so thinking about installing Linux on the SSD. Okay. Support up to 2021, but is that like breaking up with your girlfriend and staying friends? Oh my. Sure, whatever you say. Hello, Joe. Welcome. I will post a daily tech brief in the morning, but it looks like one of the websites picked, let's see. Guess what the #1 Linux gaming distribution is? I was going to post it tomorrow, but I'll spoil it tonight. What is the #1 Linux gaming distribution? Take a guess. You can also network the disk drive from another PC. Ah, okay, all right. It's supported through 2021. Okay, cool. Labor said, is it Ubuntu based? No hints. No hints. If anybody can guess. Grumpy old man. I hope you're not really grumpy. Welcome. I'm not going to say if it's Ubuntu based or not. Believe it or not, Kyrie, I'll give you guys a hint. It's not it's not Steam. It is not. Yeah, I was kind of surprised myself. You got Grumpy, you got Manjaro. Okay, all right. Dual booting laptop, made KDE, no issues. Very good. Okay. Uh, best for most used, Ubuntu and best. DOS, not the best gaming distro. Is it Steam OS? No, I just gave you guys a hint. It is not. I thought it would have been Steam #1, but according to that website, it's not Steam. Come on, some more guesses here. Good evening, everyone. You did okay. I guess for the people coming in late, I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna check off the topics I've talked about. This is the first, hopefully historic, Life in Linux show / podcast with absent Tom from Switch to Linux. We've been trying to get ourselves scheduled since last month. We thought we had it nailed tonight. At the last minute, something came up. He had to back out. He's okay, family thing with his cousin. And he says, tell everybody hi. So, hi, everybody. So oh my, we have a winner. Who guessed it right? We have a winner. Isaiah is correct. Fedora is the best Linux gaming distro according to I want to say Tech Radar. I don't know. I'll post a daily tech brief tomorrow. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. That surprised me. I thought it would have been SteamOS or Ubuntu base. Hang on, I'm getting a message here. One second. Okay. No, nothing important. All right. Yeah, I thought it would have been SteamOS or Ubuntu based. It is not. Don't ask me why. Ooh, that's a nice Valentine's Day picture. That's right. Valentine's Day is coming up. Yeah. Wonder if I can do a Valentine's Day theme show coming up. I would have to have at least a female co-host, right? I don't know. Renard says, what makes Fedora the best distro? I do not use Fedora. I don't know what makes it the best. Hello, Charles. Welcome. If it's your first time, welcome to the live stream. Everybody say hello to Charles. What makes Fedora? I really don't know. I think from what I read, a nice selection of games. But so does SteamOS, so I really don't know. SteamOS has bad driver support. Okay. Any Windows 10 Linux Bash users out there? I don't know. Let's find out. Anybody out there? Not me. Is there any good games you well, if you use Windows 10, Charles, go try Asphalt 8 Airborne. Is awesome. It's free download. Check it out. For Linux, I play Super Tux Kart. Das Geek, I know you play a few games in Linux. Do you have any recommendations for Charles? XP, the PC nerd. Hello, hello. Yeah, there is a Fedora specific distro out there. I did not know that either. So yeah. But I play Super Tux Kart a little bit in Linux. There was another one I tried. I think it was a flight simulator that wasn't that bad. So yeah, the flight simulator was okay. Sneaky Linux uploaded a simulator game, City Simulator or something. Try something like that. Overwatch, okay. America Truck, yeah. Who's into the truck? English Bob, I believe, uses plays Truck Simulator, if I'm not mistaken. You love Super Tux Kart with no internet. Okay, you play it all the time. Yeah, it's kind of a retro feel look to it. It's fine. Yeah, I would play, but I'm afraid it'll freeze. English Bob and Zeb played. Okay. Bernard asked, do you want tips to avoid conflict when dual booting? That is a very good question. So, since I dual boot just about on every one of my machines, do you want some quick tips, Renard? Is that what you're asking? Well, okay. Generally speaking, I stick with LTS Ubuntu releases personally when I do dual booting. Not always. I'm running Ubuntu Mate here. This is not an LTS. I took a chance because I trust the developer, Martin Wimpress, and it's fine, it's stable. However, I generally stick with LTS Ubuntu-based releases. That's just my opinion. Hello, Ed. Hello, Max Hughes. Max, if this is your first time here, say hello. And where are you from, if I may ask? All right, so if it's Ubuntu based, generally stick with LTS releases. Make sure that you back up your Windows partition. Preferably have a backup of the Windows operating system, either on 3 or 4 DVDs or on a USB drive. So back up and back up again. You may have to go boot into BIOS to turn off fast boot, quick boot, secure boot, enable legacy mode. You might have to rearrange the boot order for Linux and Windows, so it boots into grub. After you install it, reboot, run all the updates immediately. Reboot again. You'll probably have to, and check sure and make sure and check that you can't actually dual boot into Linux and Windows. That's pretty much it for the quick tips. Yeah, Joe Johnson single boots. He has the easy one. Charles, you're from the U.S. Okay, L.A. That's Lower Alabama. Welcome, L.A. Lower. Okay, good one. I like that. Lower Alabama. So is there a difference, Max, between Lower Alabama and Higher Alabama? I've never been to Alabama. Seems like a nice state. But those are my tips. So I stick with Ubuntu based, LTS in general, but not always. Back up your Windows, OS partition. If unless you're advanced, use the automatic partition mode for the partitions for dual boot. If you know what you're doing, if you don't, well, I suppose you can do both if you know what you're doing. Use custom partitioning or the automatic partition. If you don't know what you're doing, that's what I meant to say. If you don't know, oh, Charles, you're from Maine. Cool. It's probably just as cold up there as it is here. If you don't know what you're doing, use the automatic partitioner. Sorry. And you can, custom partitioning is not that difficult. Hello, Don McCullough. Upper L Yankees. Well, I like the New York Yankees. You see what I'm saying? Toss for the win, tied for first place in my YouTube list. Thank you. Very kind of you. By the way, if any of you would like to support the live streams and the channel, there is a PayPal link below in the show notes. I no longer use Patreon for now. Some of you like Patreon, some of you don't. Anyway, it would be appreciated. So that's it on my tips for dual booting. I hope that helps. Dual booting, Ubuntu Windows 10 gaming. Okay, Don, yeah, I use Windows 10 for gaming. Yep. Let's see. My internet can't handle this stream. It seems. Oh no. Just seems very slow today for me. I'll come see you. Okay, Logan. Okay. Okay. All right. Spin is running Mint Mate single boot. Very good. Thinking of adding Linux Lite. That's another good choice. Southern Illinois. MX17 rolling release. No, it's based. What is MX? That is Debian, right? Yeah. Did I miss something? Kagans. I live in East Tennessee, where somewhere people act like ETs. Okay. All right. Charles, no snow today. It was too warm. It was in the 40s. Rain. I think the snow is coming though. No, it's going to be clear and cold. Oh, 16. Ugh. All right, enough. If you dual boot with Windows, are they still watching everything? If you boot into Windows, there are ways to make Windows less snooping around, as it were. Maybe I should do a video on that one of these days. You can make Windows 10 as private as possible. The problem is when you update the OS, it reverts back to the telemetry mode. So it's kind of annoying. Yeah, okay. MX is the stable branch. Yes, yes, yes. It is. Wow, it was in the 60s in Tennessee. Nice. Yeah, it rained here for half a day, but it was in the 40s, so it wasn't too bad. I spent 5 hours at a Tim Hortons at a meeting with my friend, campaign meeting, volunteer work. Oh man, it was draining. Yes, MX is Debian based. That is correct. All right, let's see here. What else do I have on my notes? Yeah, Windows 10 Business. I think Microsoft is doing something with Cortana anyway, as far as I know. So yeah, yeah. Suppose wrapping your Win 10 PC in aluminum foil isn't a valid. That would be the switch to Linux tinfoil hat time. That would be that. I should do that as a joke. Wrap with tinfoil and say, "See, I am completely secure." Yeah. Do you play any heavy games on the Linux? Charles, I do not. I have two computers. They're not really gaming PCs. I can do gaming, but I do not push it to their limits. No. I have an Xbox 360 Xbox One. Of course, that can handle games. And on PC, I use the settings where it runs as smooth as possible. So yeah. Debian. Asan say the NSA has backdoors in Debian. I hope not. Of course, how can we tell? Haha, conspiracy theory. How can we tell? I don't know. I mean, how do you know if you are really private? How do you freaking know? Here I go to my New York. How do you freaking know, right? All what Microsoft do is waxing up people, fooling them on their privacy. The OS, the core technology, the OS itself is fine. It's the politics that they should have been more transparent on. Of course, once you get on the web, now there's a second problem on how to stay private. How do you do it? And that's, of course, true with any operating system once you get on the web. It's yeah, privacy, hacking, security is always going to be an issue on the web, not so much in Linux. On the web, it's always going to be an issue. It's a cat and mouse game. Google just announced that Chrome will have a feature coming up in the summer. It'll warn you when the website is not secure. You would think that would have been a priority from the beginning. So I don't know what's going on with that as far as security. What's going on here? Okay, and it's the ports, not just the OS. Okay, it's okay. We can bash. Let's not make it the topic of the life in Linux. This is not life in bashing. Okay. We can okay, here's a new rule. We can bash an operating system once, and then we have to stop. Now that includes Linux, by the way. We have to, and of course Mac OS. So to make this fair, we can bash Windows once, Linux once, Android, Chrome OS, Mac. Have I covered it all? I think I have. Right? Okay, so we can only bash once, and then we got to stop. So make it fair. How does that sound, guys? What would be a better Linux phone? Oh boy, another good Purism, Librem, or oh man. Linux phones have been a disappointment, barking. So I will wait and see till they're on the market and get feedback. If Purism would like to send me a phone, I'll be happy to test it and I'll ship it back. I'll even pay for the shipping. But until I see it on the market and read some, blogs, I cannot at this time recommend any Linux phone because you can't buy one. Well, there's the Ubuntu phone, but that didn't go anywhere. Yeah. The NSA can get into anything they want. It really only matters if you become a red flag. Their workload is probably sky high. There's just no time to deal with the small. Hey, I'm from New York. Don't call me small fish. Actually, wait a minute. I am a small fish. I'm nobody. Don't come after me. Wouldn't mind putting Linux on the new MacBook Pro. Okay. Don says you tend to run HTTPS everywhere, add-on extension in Chrome. Yeah, I think I have that on one of my web browsers, both in Linux and Windows. Extra security. I would say that that helps. Kyrie says Linux has too many freaking distros. They do. That's why I am here to cut through the clutter to make it easier for you guys to choose one. Look, there are. At one point, I think I read when you count all the offshoots and the forks, there are 600 choices for Linux. 600. Yeah, go ahead and tell a Windows user pick one. Sure, no problem. But this channel can. Pizza loving nerd is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Ubuntu phone failed because of Amazon being on it. Amazon. Well, no, I think they failed because they were trying to raise. What was it, Joe? $30 million for a startup, and that was too much. Yeah. Yeah. Wait until there's one. Yes, they're on the market. Yes. Yes. That would make sense. As far as too many distros, narrow it down. MX17, Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, Linux Lite. Looks like Peppermint OS is fantastic. So the good ones are out there, But if you have a Windows newbie or a Linux newbie from Windows, and he sees he goes to Distro Watch and sees 100, he's gonna say screw this, and I wouldn't blame him. UB ports taking over the phone. The Ubuntu. Okay. Ubuntu Mate. You still like Ubuntu? Now, is this Ubuntu with GNOME? Or Ubuntu with Unity? Joe, I don't hate man. I tried it 2 summers ago, and it's weird. It started off, it was fine. It was super fast, and in bugs, it got slower. I just gave up. I knew I was in trouble, Joe, but after installing Manjaro, I couldn't even play a freaking music CD. I knew I was in trouble. Oh, Arch for Anthony. Wow. Okay. You're probably not a newbie, are you, Anthony? Ubuntu Unity. Yeah, well, I heard that's going to be forked, which of course will make it all forked up. Haha. Yeah, when it comes to Arch, I've messed with Manjaro, and Tergos seems okay. Yeah. So once again, for those of you joining late, this was supposed to be a well, it is the first Life in Linux show. We were supposed to have Tom from Switch to Linux. We finally got our schedules together to match, and at the last minute he had to back out. So I'm doing this, well, not really solo because of the community like you, so thank you. Joe, I can't really comment on the community thumbs up or down because I don't use it. All I can say is the last time I used Manjaro, I have to give it a thumbs down. But look, maybe it's changed. Oh, hey Rose. Hello. Windows and Apple sucks. Okay, MX is number. Gee, you know you and Joe should get together here. Rose, we have a new rule. We can bash an operating system only once and then move on. Okay, but that's okay. Yes, we had to let Apple get in there. I'm guessing, Rose, that you use MX17, right? Your computer hates Entergos. Okay. Well, that's the beauty of Linux. There's something in it somewhere for everybody. I posted that video, Makulu Linux. I thought it looked great. There's probably 200 comments, and I'm betting there's probably 100 positive comments and 100 negative comments saying that it looks great. To the opposite, it looks like crapola. But that's okay. That's okay. You have a choice in Linux, and you can change the theming in Linux. Sneaky. Hello. You got to love a puppy. Woof woof. I do. I do not use puppy Linux. Yeah. Good morning. That's right. You are ahead. You are past midnight in the UK, in the Ubuntu Kingdom. Welcome. Everybody say hello to Sneaky. Max said, I found Windows to 17 very easy for a beginner. Oh, the trans. Yes, I actually have mint cinnamon in one of my ThinkPads, and it seems okay. Absolutely. So yes, Linux Mint Cinnamon I would recommend for a beginner to try. Sure. Prediction 2019, the year the hipsters get into the Linux, launching it into some mainstream success in 2020. I hope so. There is a new puppy Linux. I don't know, Sneaky, is there? Carter Bing, hello. How are you? So Manjaro is #1 on DistroWatch. Well, that's interesting. I may try it again. I don't know. I gotta be honest. Right now, I'm curious about doing Peppermint OS as a full install. I kind of feel the need for speed, if you know what I mean. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Anybody else here use or has used Peppermint OS? We'll take a little poll. I know English Bob uses it, and ZBD uses it. Quirky is out now. Okay. You're interested in Arch Linux? I'm afraid of it breaking. Rose, okay, you have used Peppermint. All right. Anybody have advice for Renard for a user-friendly Arch-based distro? I say Antergos. What say you guys for user-friendly newbie Arch-based? Or does it even exist? You tried Peppermint, couldn't find Double Dip. Double Dip. What is Double Dip? Lamer has used Peppermint. Okay, all right. Renard gives Peppermint OS a full. Well, then Renard, don't if you're giving it OS a 10, forget about anything else, man. Just forget about it. Ben, you tried 17 MacBook with stupid HDPI. It just wasn't. Yeah, somebody else was having problem with that on the community somewhere. I forget who it was. Arch merge for a user-friendly one. Okay, all right. That's fine with me. Friendly Linux, all peripherals work. Yes. I used to recommend Manjaro to get your feet wet with Arch. I don't know. Yeah, Peppermint was fine on my preference. Okay, printers. That's a good printers. From my experience, I can tell you that so far the most user-friendly printers for Linux are HP printers. So far. With maybe Epson being number 2 and maybe Lexmark number 3. But right now I'd have to say HP for printers. There's a popular YouTuber, I won't give his name, but he has like 1 million subs. He posted a picture would look like a screenshot of the Ubuntu printer app, and the screenshot was this printer is not supported, and he wrote on it, "You had one job," and I wrote, I don't have any issues printing in Linux. Of course, I know which one to pick. Yes, Anthony, that's right. HP printers, they work. Yeah. Canon is probably the worst. I've gotten it to work, but Canon is probably the worst, or one of the worst. Yeah, Rocco likes Ubuntu. Although I think he's distro hopped again to KDE Neon, Rose. Yeah, I think so. I have not run Purism's Pure OS. Yep, HP printers are good. Lexmark is Horde. I haven't tested Lexmark lately, but last time they were okay. Yeah. Canon is okay. It wasn't for me. Yeah. Canon is fine with Windows. I had no problem running it in Windows. HP printers work, but Tom doesn't like it. Okay. I'm not sure why. But yeah, Canon did not work for me in Linux. Or I got it to work, but it was hard. Windows, Canon is okay. But honestly, I'm going to stick with HP. Easy to use both in Windows and Linux. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, HP is fine. And my second choice would probably be Epson. Yeah. Shadow 7, you have one from XP Era, a paperweight. What, the printer? Is it a dot matrix printer? You know. You hate Canon's Windows software? I'm trying to think. I haven't used Canon in years, but I don't recall liking it or hating it, to be quite honest. Yeah. It made no difference to me. Yeah. Let's turn on the ticker. Probably going to wrap this up in 10 minutes. So when I'm done with the show, everybody comment on Switch to Linux's page and say, "You missed a great show. You should have been there. We bashed every single operating system on planet Earth." Brother, printers are good. Okay. I'm looking at the ticker. Daylight saving time isn't worth it. I don't know, one way or the other. I believe somebody was trying the latest Mate Ubuntu, and I think it worked for them during one of the live streams. Kodak printer. Oh my. Boat anchor in the basement. Well, that's good. It's good for the foundation of the house there, TSM. A printer from 2002. Wow. Okay. Here's an interesting ticker. The toys that made us to make a great toy documentary. Embrace Jackie Chan. Really? That's interesting. Your printer got attacked by a mouse and it destroyed it, huh? Wow. Now, how would you say you bought a printer and it was still under warranty and you have to file a claim for the warranty? How are you going to explain it? Dear HP, I really like your printer model blah 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 2449, but um, it got destroyed by a mouse. Can you send me a new one? That is the first time. So what, the mouse wanted to fax something? Oh wait, look, you can't use the printer as a mouse trap. What's the matter with you? That's why you have a cat. Okay. Yeah, that truly was a killer printer. Ha ha. But bum bum. The printer gets attacked by one of the cats. Probably when you're running it and it sees that paper coming out, it's probably thinking it's some kind of a rodent or something, right? Mice chew the insulation. Yeah, okay, of the wires. Ah, okay, all right. Don't know if you saw this, but Ubuntu, the next Ubuntu could come pre-installed with Snap apps. That would be cool. Okay, I have to ask you, Shadow 7. A rabbit knocked out your car. How is that possible? Well, it's a GM toss. Duh. No, I am curious. How did the rabbit knock out kill your car? Mice and old projectile. I know. Yeah. Your other cat attacks the computer mouse. Huh. I had two cats. I used to have two cats in Florida. I don't recall them. And going after the printer, or the mouse. Yeah, of course they were outdoor cats in Florida, so they were half the time they were outside. Sat on engine block, chewed. Oh, the map sensor wires. Got it. Okay. Well, I guess that could happen to any car. My son was telling me one time one of his friend's parents had a Cadillac Escalade, a brand new Escalade. It leaked antifreeze. Of course, the dog drank it because it was sweet, and the dog went on a permanent vacation. Mice go for the water tray under the fridge. Ah, that's right. I never thought about that. Yeah. That's right. Okay. The soy insulation on new cars. Wow. I must say it's something I don't really think about much. Decrease in crime usually comes with daylight saving time because of more light, obviously. All right, sounds reasonable to me. All right, Shadow, very good. Solus 4, I do not know. Do not know. Nothing on the Solus blog, Renard? A new office we call Soft Office. I think I've heard of it. I pretty much stick with LibreOffice. In fact, that reminds me, I need to post something on your best Linux apps based on your votes, if I remember in the future. Nothing, Renard? Okay. All right. Rhythm box for yourself, Tomahawk if you want to be social. Rhythm box is fine. Soft maker, is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any issues with LibreOffice. Is LibreOffice better than Apache Open? I don't know actually. If anybody would like to comment on that. Yeah, LibreOffice just works, so that's what I use. Yeah, I saw Facebook is testing downvote button. I'm not sure I like that. Either like it or don't like it. Don't vote down. But that's just my opinion. Sponsored by Chinese govs. I don't know, Ed. I don't know. Master PDF replacement for Linux. Adobe replacement. Okay. Let me shut down the ticker. Enough of that for this evening. LibreOffice has been pretty stable and pretty impressive for multiple Linux distributions, it seems. So yeah, Facebook used to have it down. Yeah, they should not have it. Either you want to like it or just don't do anything. I think that's being diplomatic and friendly about it. So yeah, in my opinion, yeah. $700 for XP and Office in 2002. Wow. Boy, times have changed, haven't they? Yeah, it's crazy. Try SoftMaker Office if you're missing Microsoft Office, according to Omjubu. Maybe I will take a look at it. Now you've got my attention there, Lamer. I don't know. What is the best video chat app for Linux? Big Daddy Linux uses, what does he use? Zoom? Seems to work for both Linux and Windows. Check out Zoom. No, bros. It's forget about it. Not forget. It's forget about it. F-U-H, forget, G-E-D-D-A, about it. Forget about it. If you were to ask 5 random people on the street if they knew what Linux is, how many of the 5 would know? Depends what city. Alabama, they wouldn't have a clue. No, I'm just kidding, just kidding. It's possible that all 5 would say no, or maybe one may say I've heard of it. That's my guess. Yep, I remember Microsoft Work, sure. Yeah, actually, the new Skype is not bad. So check out Skype. Skype is now a Snap package. So check out Skype. Rose would say nobody. That's certainly possible. Yeah. I don't know, Rose. Try it up there in Canada. See what happens. Ask 5 people. Maybe ask 5 of your friends and say, hey, do you know what Linux is? Corebird? Okay. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Okay, guys. Last call for comments. I'll give it a few more minutes, then we'll wrap it up. Atmore AL Baldwin Retirement Center 2. Okay. Red Star OS. Gregory Locke is in the house. Gregory, you came in just as I am ending this, but welcome anyway. You're welcome to play this back. That's okay, Gregory. That's okay. Yeah, this was supposed to be a joint podcast with Switch to Linux. We've been trying since last year, it seems. Get our schedules to match. We had it scheduled last minute. I had to back out, so I went solo. Well, not really solo, because you fine folks joined in. So I started this at 9 and everybody joined in, so I stuck around longer than I planned to. Hopefully Switch and I will get our schedules together. Anyway. Okay, Lamer, do what you gotta do. I will catch you on the next stream. The next stream topic will be, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do the top Linux apps based on your votes, your comments, if I remember to do that one. I don't know when my next meeting is, campaign meeting, but anyway. Thank you, Gregory. I am honored for those of you who have stuck around. 1 year, 2 year. Next month will be 8-year anniversary of the channel. I can't believe I'm still here, but thank you. So once again, this has been the very first Life in Linux show. Again, we'll try to get me and Tom from Switch to Linux together. Please support the channel if you can. Of course, check out Switch's channel if you haven't. You can support the channel through PayPal or Amazon links. You guys know the spiel. I won't repeat it. So good night to all. And I will catch you on the next one. Albert Crow, good night. Spin Viking and all. Lamer, Kyrie, Joe, and everybody else who joined in. The person from Australia, wow, thank you, who joined in as we started the stream. That was awesome. It's great to have community feedback around the world. And in the end, that's what Life in Linux is all about. It's all about the people sharing their opinion. That's my personal opinion on the very first Life in Linux show. All right, guys, I am done. I'll catch you on the next one. So good night all, and thank you.